An assistant principal at a middle school in Corsicana, Texas, is now blind in one eye and is in danger of losing that eye. Well, she said on August 15th, she was called to break up a fight in the classroom. And when she got there, a student was throwing chairs and a whole host of other things at her. And then that particular student threw a hanger that unfortunately hit her in her eye. And she said that her eye, excuse me for being graphic, fell out of her socket, was pulled out of socket rather. And she said, she grabbed her face and blood was flowing everywhere, and she ran out of there, and they had to transport her via helicopter to the hospital to try to save her eye. So she doesn't know if they'll be able to save her eye. They might have to remove it altogether, but she is now permanently blind. Now, I want to say this. That student was arrested and taken to jail. We do not know who that student was, obviously, because they're a minor. But I want to say this to parents. Get your kids. Get your kids and discipline your children. Because that woman did not go to school to lose her eye. She did not show up to work to lose her eye. She did not show up to work to have to dodge chairs and hangers. She went to work to educate children. And it is becoming harder and harder to educate children now because I'm going to say parents, and I say this a lot, and I don't care if y'all get mad. This is the worst generation of parents ever made. Now, maybe we're learning a little bit more about parenting because of the social media and the internet and things like that. But my God, some of you parents, and I'm not even speaking of color, I'm just saying parents in general, your children are off the chain. They are out of control, and they do and say whatever they want. And when they go to school, they not only force the educator or the administration to just do their jobs, they force them to discipline their children. That ain't their job, to tell your children to sit down, be quiet, don't do that, don't touch that, and all that other stuff. That's not their job. Their job is to teach them reading, writing, and arithmetics. Yeah, I said arithmetics, but I know it's arithmetics. That's their job, to teach them that. It's not to be, being a disciplinarian. That's not their job. And it surely ain't their job to be running to a classroom because some out of control student is throwing chairs and hangers and all kind of other stuff. See, what the problem is too, at home, y'all don't discipline your children and y'all don't teach them coping skills and y'all don't teach them that there are consequences to their action. Because what would make a student think that they can be like King Kong? Because that's what I envision. King Kong was swatting planes and stuff. I envision them standing there like that. What makes them think they can go to school and do that? And think that they will not get in trouble? Or do they just not care? Do they think they just big and bad to where I don't care if I go to jail, but I'm going to do what I got to do right here in this classroom, even when there's an administrator telling me to stop? Because I'm sure there was a teacher in there that couldn't get a hold of the student, which is why they called the assistant principal. So you got all those adults and other students in there trying to get control of the situation. And that student acting like that. Again, get your kids. Get your kids and get them under subjection right now. Because there's teachers who are tapping out. They do not want to deal with your bad children. Because you are not doing your job. Now, listen, I know somebody's going to say, well, we trying. Yeah, there's that exception that you do what you can and you're supposed to do as a parent and you just have a wayward child. I get it. But that is not the norm, okay? A lot of times that child does not have no direction or discipline at home and y'all send them out into the world, school, the streets, and they do that kind of stuff to people who are just simply trying to do their job. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.